Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Midweek Minutes. This past Sunday, we continued our study in 1 Peter, and our passage was 1 Peter chapter 1, verses 10 to 12. And the title of the message was Anticipation. Let me read the passage for you. This salvation was something the prophets wanted to know more about. They prophesied about this gracious salvation prepared for you, even though they had many questions as to what it could all mean. They wondered what the Spirit of Christ within them was talking about when he told them in advance about Christ's suffering and his great glory afterward. They wondered when and to whom all this would happen. They were told these things would not happen during their lifetime, but many years later, during yours. And now this good news has been announced by those who preach to you in the power of the Holy Spirit sent from heaven. It is all so wonderful that even the angels are eagerly watching these things happen. Anticipation. Now, after Thanksgiving, I switched my focus from being thankful and celebrating on an individual day to preparing for Christmas. The next morning, we put up the Christmas tree. Now, if you look closely at this Christmas tree, do you see any gifts under the tree? No, this isn't one of those optical illusions where you have to look really, really close. Again, do you see any gift under the tree? Well, I know sometimes it's hard to spot the elephant in the room. I'm the gift. When I place my trust in Jesus Christ, I got new life, and every day is a gift. Now, when I say the elephant in the room, I'm not talking about my holiday eating habits. I'm talking about that we can miss what is right in front of us because our focus is elsewhere. You see, when we don't anticipate the good things God has in store for us, we can miss them. But we learned on Sunday that anticipation is in God's plan is what fills our hearts with wonder. That enables us to be looking for the great things that God has in store for us. I remember when I was growing up, I would be so eagerly awaiting Christmas. I'd be looking for clues to what I might be getting. I'd be asking questions. I'd become a nosier kid than usual. And I think sometimes we fail to have this excitement about what's happening in our lives. God is working in us daily. And when we have that wonder that allows us to be waiting for him with bated breath, that allows us to see things in our lives as not just coincidence, that allows us to push through the tough times because we know that this too shall pass in anticipation for the glory that is to come. So I encourage you, allow anticipation of God's plan for your life to fill your hearts with wonder so that we can be all that God has called us to be. And we who are now in this age who've heard the good news can share it with all those around us. Merry Christmas a few days early, but isn't every day Christmas for the believer? Thank you for joining me for another edition of Midweek Minutes, and I anticipate you'll join me again next week. Goodbye for now.